Hello, world. Hi, my name is DM Dan, and welcome back to Explorers of Elsewhere Live. Hi. How are we all doing? You all good? I need everyone to make some loud, obnoxious noises. Now, the internet can tell us if that came through or not.
We have to wait for the stream to catch
You
up.
have to wait for the stream to catch up. Just
Yes, we are coming through.
We're beautiful. Those noises have been immortalized.
I'm not sure Tim's coming through. Timothy?
Oh, we've lost him. We've lost him. I'm not sure. I can sort something there. Hold. Tim, if you try turning it off and on again, we'll see if that works. But yes, hi, welcome. My name is DM Dan. We have Explorers of Elsewhere Live, as always, with flawless audio broadcasting capability.
Tim's gone.
Tim is
Bye,
gone.
Tim.
Don't work, give up.
Face. Like, what?
Have we got to Tim? Is Tim on board?
Maybe.
Yay!
Yeah.
Perfect. Flawless. Hi. We've had a little bit of a break, and it seems that in our absence, some of the gremlins have got into the streaming setup, but we're okay. We're okay. We're back for the 9th episode of our 3rd campaign in the Elsewhere setting, the Titan Isles. I have been missing this quite a little bit. We did a little impromptu drawing stream last week, Nate, you and I.
Yeah.
We drew some horrendous creatures.
What are you talking about? They were beautiful. All of the gods' creations.
Just how they would have wanted them.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, sure. Sure, let's go with that. But no, we've kind of, we're all back together. We're all ready to jump back in. We'll do a little bit of a recap after the jump, but before we go into it, if you are enjoying our vibe, you should absolutely, first of all, hit the like button on the video. Second of all, subscribe or follow on YouTube or Twitch if you haven't already. And third of all, jump into our Discord. It's free to join, and you can see us being buffoons off air.
Never.
There's all sorts of like additional art, insights, chatter, all that sort of good stuff. If you really enjoy what we're going to be doing tonight, please consider becoming either a member over here on YouTube or a patron over on Patreon. There are 2 tiers, a £3 and a £5. Both massively helpful, but that also gives you access to a kind of a members only section in the Discord where there will be things like interactive gaming, like me doing let's plays and all sorts of lovely stuff like that. So without further ado, who wants to jump into the title screen?
I was going to say, Dan, can we do one little thing?
Maybe.
Probably our biggest follower. Can we say a very big happy birthday to my brother Chris?
Happy birthday, Chris!
Happy birthday! Good day.
We would sing you happy birthday, but we found out over the weekend that it's like copyrighted by Disney or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, not allowed.
Mickey Mouse will smash through all of our windows and like carry us off into the night. So sing the song in your head because we're singing it in ours. Yes, happy birthday, happy 21st.
Definitely.
Shall we jump into the title screen?
Let's
do it.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Nate, and I'll be playing Griffin, a Sanguivar bard.
Hi, I'm Livy, and I'm playing Abe, the Guardian Keeper.
Hello, my name is Theo, and I'll be playing Cooper, a Dragon Scent Rogue.
Hi, my name is Georgia, and I'll be playing Cassandra. an Asavar sorcerer.
Hi, I'm Tim, and I'm playing Gardy, Majani Druid.
And my name is DM Dan, the Games Master in this adventure. When tragedy strikes, when futures darken, when certainty crumbles, it is not strength, brilliance, or sheer will alone that carries us through. It is one another. In the face of adversity, friends and allies are not luxuries. They are lifelines. They remind us who we are when grief threatens to unmake us, and they anchor us when anger tempts us to drift. Sometimes, simply standing beside someone who understands is the difference between enduring and breaking. But to have such bonds is not a passive blessing, it is a struggle. Trust must be earned and maintained, and when hardship frays tempers and tests loyalties, it becomes all too easy to turn inward, to believe the illusion of self-reliance. Yet it is precisely in these moments that we must fight to keep each other close. Allies are not perfect. Friends will fail us. But if we abandon them, or let them go when fear tells us it's safer alone, then we surrender to the very darkness we seek to survive. And so, one of the more morose happy birthday messages that can be given. But happy birthday again, Chris. We find the five of you on the deck of a large galleon ship that the five of you have never laid eyes on before. And as the sun begins to burst over the horizon, it's dawning a new day. And as you're jostled by the various pirate crewmates as they lug crates, barrels, and supplies onto this large vessel, the five of you peer up onto the captain's deck of this vessel, of this ship. And staring down at you, her foot right on a small box, her leg raised, is Ella's Mira. Her blonde and purple hair tied back in a thick braid that runs down the center of her head and down her back. A diamond patterned cape flutters over her left shoulder. Its hues of red and bone and black, dancing with one another in the early morning breeze. Wicked spiked gauntlets clutch at the handle of a blade with a glowing arcane crystal of some description embedded in the blade near the tip. And as she looks to you with this look that, Cooper, you've never seen Elasmira give you before, any of you. She is joined in her scrutiny of the five of you by what appears to be a small, white, dragon-like creature that sits on her right shoulder, much like you might see a parrot sat on the shoulder of a pirate. With Bossungrena's voice kind of echoing out, having freshly just bellowed, "Captain on deck!" Esmira turns her head slightly to take you all in, and then you see her head slowly turn towards the town of Dorlashal, where the height allows her some vantage over the buildings of Dockside, and you wonder if she can in fact see the devastation left by Ekso Draeven's most recent attack. But as the five of you look up, do Cooper, where are you at?
I think he's processing. This is new information for him. Like that, this has never ever crossed his mind that this could be a possibility. He thought that she was just someone who was able to negotiate through Dorlashal with quite a few, like similar to himself. He saw a kindred spirit in someone who was able to negotiate and work both sides of the coin. He had no idea she was a pirate queen. So I think he's just kind of, I wouldn't say impressed, he's more annoyed, because I feel like this feels like something he would have liked to have known earlier on. So annoyance is probably the most, like, he looks very annoyed, to be honest.
Sure.
Arms crossed, just a bit grumpy looking.
Who is stood next to the 6th in your number? The 6th being the now freshly head-shaven Mayor Coraline Balroon. Who stood next to her?
I guess I plausibly could be.
Okay. In which case, Gardy. First off, how's Gardy kind of dealing with this reveal that Elismira is slightly more than she at first appeared?
I think he's always suspected that there's something going on with her that isn't quite straight up. So he's surprised by like the magnitude of it, I think, but he's not surprised that she's turned out to be something that she was pretending not to be.
Okay, in which case, like, stood next to Coraline, you notice that the mayor wearing, and now wearing a like a battle mage regalia under this traveling coat she's wearing. She doesn't seem all that. I'm gonna throw it your way. Does Coraline look surprised or not? Which do you think's more interesting?
Good question.
I think it's more interesting if she did know.
Okay.
Considering the way the pirates and the town have been working together, I think it's more interesting.
So. I think she's been giving a front that she's opposing the pirates by opposing Ungrana. But she's been communicating with Elismira behind the scenes the whole time, perhaps.
Okay. In which case, Gardy, so you notice that, Coraline doesn't seem to be particularly surprised or shocked. And in fact, if anything, there's a small and assertive nod, like a little quick nod. And you see that Elismira is looking towards Coraline. Perhaps she's kind of taking in Coraline's new aesthetic. Certainly stood alongside her, say, with this freshly shaven head, which, would Gardy have known of the infamous battle mages?
I think at most he might have heard of them in passing. Very limited.
I mean, we did say that it was a tradition kind of founded by Majani, so perhaps you've heard the legends of those Majani mages and their teachings going out. So, yes, it stood next to her. You notice that now she's shaved her sort of like her red hair. The back of her head is crisscrossed with tattoos that look very much like arcane script. Yes. Who's the first to break the silence as Elismira turns her attentions back to you?
We know her. Hey! 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 It's us! Do you remember us? Hey!
Elismira, tilts her head to one side slightly, raises an eyebrow, and then you notice her sort of bring her chin into her shoulder, and she begins to whisper something to the little draconid on her shoulder that kind of stoops down as if to turns its head to listen. And as Elismira whispers something to it, it then it kind of unfurls its wings on its back, lets out a little, and then kind of takes off and flaps to begins kind of flying down over your heads towards the prow of the ship. As Elismira begins making her way down the steps of the ship, we've got some names now that I'm transferring. We've got the Zephyr, the Titanic, the Tidebreaker. I'm digging the Tidebreaker. But first, what are we collectively digging the Tidebreaker from chat?
I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
The Tidebreaker. Very good. Very good. It is done. It is done. As Elismira begins walking down, you can hear Bossangrana sort of he starts kind of moving amongst the men, kind of the crew, commanding them to do things, kind of speeding people up for all intents and purposes. But you watch as Elismira, on the large galleon that you find yourselves on, Elismira begins walking down the steps towards you. Her heeled boots kind of clacking on the wooden flooring. Welcome to the Tidebringer, she says. And with calls and kind of barked orders, you see that the ropes you beg pardon, you sail the rowboats that carried you to the Tidebringer. They're being hoisted up onto the ship, and you can see a number of pirates around the large kind of rotary anchor pole begin sort of slowly moving around, lifting the heavy anchor that's currently keeping the ship stationary. And crew run and start unfurling ropes to cause the sails to come down and kind of change angle, and you slowly feel this large vessel begin to lurch under your feet. Apologies for the discretion, but sometimes it's easier to operate in the realms of the unknown.
Do you mean you've always been a captain?
She looks to you. She looks back to Maya, Balroon, and Coraline. Just rolls her eye, and she looks back to you, Griffin, yes, I have always been the queen of the pirates that called Dorlashol their home, and all of the towns before the eschaton.
Must have been tricky when you were a baby.
What?
God, did you think she was a queen when she was a baby?
She said she was always one.
As she looks between the five of you, and Cass, you notice that she is her eye is fixated on the large looming dark-skinned figure behind you, Boss Ungrina, and she sort of like tilts her head back and raises her voice so she can be heard over the commotion of the crew, and she very particularly says, "Bosun, I give you command of the ship while I accommodate our new guests." And Cass, you can't help but feel like she called him Bosun. And Boss Ungrina kind of nods, and Cass, you've got a pretty spicy knowledge, haven't you?
Yep, I think so.
Okay. It dawns on you that this juggernaut of a man stood next to you, this intimidating force with like bottomless pits for eyes. It's not Boss. Who's echoing?
Who's echoing?
Who's echoing?
Who's echoing?
I don't know.
It's Liv, I think. Liv, your thing's lighting up.
Oh. Okay, there we are.
Yes,
yeah, bottomless pits for eyes. And you wonder, is his name Boss Ungrina?
Or is it both?
Or is it Bosun Grinner?
Oh, this trick in the book.
That's another red mark in her book about this pirate queen.
Can't stand puns, Cass.
Can't stand puns.
So, yes, you turn and regard Bosun Grinner as he nods his head, and like he turns around and then his booming voice starts blasting out orders to the crew, who sort of like scurry before him, like bilge rats, just kind of keeping out of his way, but also making sure that they're not caught slacking under his watch. Yes, Elismira firmly turns her attention to the five of you. I hope you're not. I hope you don't feel too aggrieved by my discretion. And her eyes kind of flick to you for a moment, Cooper.
His eyes flick back. He's not saying anything.
Yeah. Abe, you're currently stood next to Cooper. What's Abe making of it all? Because Abe has been remarkably quiet for the past 12 to 18 hours.
He's getting all the ash out of his mouth. I think Abe's not surprised. He doesn't trust anyone and think everyone's got their own agenda anyway. So I think, as a caveat, my dog isn't dead. He's just well, there's no surprises. I never thought I could trust any of you, as far as I can throw you.
How this ship is probably the largest you've ever seen.
Nice.
And for the 3 or well, for all the years that you've spent here, sort of like it knowing of the pirates, so somewhere between like 2.5 to 3 years, give or take. You've never, like, you don't know where this ship came from, like where they were keeping it. Like it's just rocked up over the horizon, and here we are. And at this point, sort of like the ship has kind of done a full 180, and it's now sailing towards the Isles. And like these huge kind of dark, they're like a dark grey green color. Like they billow hard with the wind, and the ship is moving with a remarkable speed, like a speed that belies its size, realistically. It certainly kind of puts the speed of your rowboat to shame, even when you're the one rowing. But yeah, perhaps. What's your suspicion of how they've kept this ship a secret? If from you, if no one else.
From me.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Like, you know, you would have thought in the last 18 months while you've been living on the Mound, even before then, you would have thought you would have seen this hulking great thing poking its prow over the Isles, kind of thing. But yeah, what do you think they've been doing to keep this hidden?
Probably, I don't know, maybe they would do a midnight run. Maybe they never go out in the daytime. Maybe it's a vampire ship. Maybe. Yeah, no, I think it's just they only ever go out when everyone's in beddy buys.
Sure.
And Abe, he's an old man. He goes to bed pretty early.
He's in bed at 9 p.m.
He's at bed at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
He gets up early, so they must run it sort of between sort of the hours of 11 and 4.
Specifically 9:30 till 5:30.
Yeah.
The swines.
The swines. What time could have been saved? What carcasses Abe could have got on this boat?
Okay. Very good. So, yes. Elismira kind of joins you. Realistically, we can invert commas fast forward to points where we want to stop and kind of have chats with each other, ask any kind of burning questions. But in the grand scheme of things, you basically have free run of the ship. For those of you playing, the little door icons are doorways or stairs to other areas of the ship. You'll start teleporting around the map as and when you start moving. But I mean, yeah, who are there any kind of burning, like any moments that we zoom in on?
It's not a moment, but could I summon my baby bunny, please?
Your baby bunny?
Yeah. I think
your little nightmare spawn.
With another inhuman screech.
my sweet boy from a cannon barrel will just pop out as if he'd been there the whole time. The winged version, please.
Okay. So I believe you need to spend a hope for
I must spend 2 hope for the winged version, yes.
2 hope, okay.
A brutal deduction.
Okay, so your winged Walpertinger is here. Also, if you want to move up or down, you'll be out from under the slightly transparent sail, and people can see you. Yes, I say as you summon your Walpertinger, as you kind of move towards the front of the ship, Guardy, what's the plan there?
I don't know if he has much of a plan at the moment. I think
you're just having him for.
He's just taking in the
Just
ship.
nice to
He's
get him
never
out.
been one this big.
Okay, just for moral support. Okay, very, very good. As an aside, Guardy, as you kind of move up, you glance over to your left to the other side, and you recognize the young teenage Majani girl that you met at the docks. And as she looks up to you, as you kind of walk up the stairs, kind of cradling your Wolpertinger, she looks to you and kind of gives you a wave. But in the hand that she's waving with, like she's only waving with her fingers because her thumb is wrapped round Roland the rat, who's just shaken from left to right in her waving hand. Hi, Guardy, hi. And this rat, like its front paws are scrabbling, like desperately reaching out for you.
I'm just like mouthing, like, "There's nothing I can do."
Yes, as she sort of like waves to you, you watch as Roland nips her thumb and Melusina squeaks in pain, and like the rat is launched onto the elsewhere onto the ship, and Melusina, "We'll talk later," she says as she sort of like sprints down the stairs chasing after this rat, sort of like diving between the feet of the other crewmates in order to rescue Roland. Yeah, she disappears off to find her pet rat. Yes, if you're just sort of like having the Wolpertinger to hand.
Yeah, he's my emotional support, Wolpertinger.
Okay, very good. Yeah, as I say, anyone wanting to grab the spotlight?
I mean, can I talk to Bosun?
You can.
My boy Bosun?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it up on deck or is it sort of like after? I mean, bear in mind the journey to the Isles isn't particularly long, so like it's going to be
on deck. It's fine.
Half hour tops kind of thing. Okay, on deck. Let's tell you what. Let's put the two of you up on the observation deck. Abe, as you sort of like come up the stairs to join Ungriner. Sorry, Grinner.
Grinner.
You notice that this ship is absolutely festooned with these large arcane cannons. So they look a bit like Cassandre's pistol, but 40 times larger. And so there are these large kind of moored ones like the one you're stood next to, but there also seem to be like slightly smaller, almost like pivot guns, similar to this one just kind of next to it. And you can notice that there's so each of these pirate tokens is in fact a gaggle of kind of crew. So you notice that there's a group of about 4 or 5 kind of doing some maintenance on this arcane cannon on the other side, which most likely what Boss Ungriner is inspecting when you kind of approach him.
Fab. I think Abe, like the sort of big grumpy old man that he is, he's doing that sort of classic, just kind of looking at the things. Should we go, that's big, isn't it? And then, that's a big one as well. And just like fill up his pipe. And he'll just kind of sidle over to Bosun. And he's just like, "Oh, you packing some big firearms here, aren't you? What you use that for?"
Bosun turns around and originally they're to prevent anyone with trumped up ideas of supremacy from causing us any trouble. But perhaps now, given everything that's been happening on the Isle, perhaps they'll be used to hunt gods.
Hunt a god? I mean, they're big cannons, I give you that, but I don't think they'll take down one of those That's, those big fellas.
But so like his eyes seemingly like retreat further into the pits of his eye sockets as he sort of like gives you this grin that is quite unnerving, just to see like these pearly whites emerging from behind the dark greying beard. And then he says, "Enough of them, Will."
You got more ships.
Grinner just no, we have a lot of cannons.
Well, have you seen the guard? Have you seen the pair of them? Because I have.
Grinner sort of like looks down for a moment and then shakes his head. I haven't, but from what I gather, to face one in combat will be a fantastic proposition. A real chance for glory. You seem unconvinced.
Well, I don't know I just don't think sort of head on head with guards is anything to be doing. You see what happened on the island? That's what messing with guards does.
Ungrana nods, and during the war, this vessel was able to swap dragon spawn out of the sky like flies. Such is the offensive potential of our barrage. A world spirit is a suitable upgrade in challenge.
Cool. Well, who's me to say what you do and what you don't do, boy?
If it would alleviate your anxiety on the matter, when the time comes, and he sort of like pats the cannon that's being tended to by the crew, perhaps I will let you man one of them, so you can witness its destructive potential firsthand.
Well, that's very nice of you and all, but I got my axe. I don't need nothing else. I ain't got no plans on killing no guards. I don't want no glory. Not up to me.
Okay. Ungrana sort of like the shrug of the shoulders he gives you is one that says, well, more for me.
Yeah. You know, different strokes, different folks.
Was there anything else you wanted to speak to him of, or are you going to observe him not bullying his crew? He's just intimidating his crew.
Fair dues. Has he got normal teeth?
On a hope, I will let you decide. So realistically, it's like this is a fate dice. On a hope, you get to choose, and on a fear, they're just teeth.
What a crit!
Oh, he's rolled a crit. He's rolled a crit. So it's half, right?
Half. Half are made of marshmallows.
Okay, So the top teeth, the top jaw, are impressively clean, normal, like natural, au naturel teeth.
Oh, been to Turkey recently.
I can't believe this is where the RP's going. Yeah, he's got a gleaming pair. What hard material, be sensible, are his bottom teeth made of? We've already established he doesn't have a metal jaw. Like a Warhammer 40k orc.
So they can't be metal. Hard
No,
material.
they could be metal. It's just his
metal.
jaw isn't metal.
Yeah, I mean, I think they will be metal, but like a mishmash of metals. So some silver, some gold, some different.
Has he got the teeth version of like a vajazzle? Where like,
or like a lower.
Like he's just got
grill,
like
just a grill,
bit of a
but only at the bottom.
grill of all different metals. Yeah. Okay.
Is it got like ungrinner?
He's clipped it on.
Like
now that.
Oh hell yeah!
It's clipped on.
He's clipped it.
What a poser!
Does it spell out bosun?
Bosun. Yeah. Boss on the top, Osun on the bottom.
If he gets a promotion, it's going to be really awkward for him.
Everyone thought that he tried to spell his whole name and he just ran out of teeth.
Yeah,
he's actually just been bosun all along. Okay, so we've got like I'm imagining like little kind of metal, kind of sculpted skulls and
like
tooth,
just
like his
he's obviously
canine looks
lost his bottom teeth and somehow and he's replaced them all with different crazy crowns.
Okay.
Like little
designer crowns.
Crowns, little teeth, little this.
I mean, we 100% know that Grinner probably nabbed these from someone else.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe.
That's not the idea of like this is like his prize of like I defeated that guy. I'm having your tooth. I'm having.
Yeah, he pulled them out one by one while the person was still alive. Just,
maybe that's why they call him Grinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only dumb question I've ever wanted to know about him.
He sees a bloke with an aluminium tooth, and he's like, "Oh, you're in trouble, mate. You're in a lot of trouble."
That's the one I want.
You.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. In which case, yes. Boss on Grinner. So we now know he's got a 50-50 mix. Good teeth, which are very clean, and tooth prizes. Literally prized teeth. Teeth trophies.
Brilliant.
Okay. Where's Griffin at? What's Griffin doing? Also, just bear in mind, everyone, we've got the I'm ready button. So if you wanted to nab the spotlight before we make landfall, hit the button.
Where's Cass at?
I think Cass is at the. I'm going to get this wrong again. It's the prow.
Prow's the front.
Yes, she's at the prow.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. I know my boating terms.
So, there is, Cass, if you've done a little bit of exploring, there is a proper, like, there's like a Titanic-esque absolute front of the boat, like front of the ship.
Just there, arms out.
Just by herself.
She's not going to let anyone else do it, is she?
That's true.
She can be both the Jack and the Rose.
That's all she ever wants to be.
Hugging herself on the leaning over the front of the ship. In which case, Griffin, yes, you find Cass at the very, very prow of the ship, sort of like stood under the figurehead that's jutting out the front of the ship.
I kind of get the feeling that Griffin probably, even though how chatty he is, probably finds you like the most difficult to say hello to because of such the juxtaposition of personalities. But he's gonna sort of stand beside you and sort of try and make eye contact and sort of wave at you. Hi.
You all right?
Yeah. You all right?
I'm just great. I just wish this boat was a bit faster.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going as fast as it can. Like, I don't know very much about boats, but it looks like, I mean, for how big it is, it looks like it's going pretty fast. Yeah. I thought I'd best leave Cooper to new revelations and all that.
Yes, cabin boy Cooper. It suits him.
Yeah, I know that you two obviously have your history, so I'm don't worry. I'm not here to pry. I'm not here to pry. You want to talk to the world spirits, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Have you been close to talking to a world spirit before?
Well, the closest I got was on the hill the other night, and then certain things happened, and now we have to try it all over again.
Yeah, I've been around elsewhere for a bit since the eschaton, and I've met people who've spoken, not attuned, been approached by world spirits before. I know, like, I met a soldier once who was saved from, like, the battlefield from one. I knew this weird Wolf King guy. He liked to just find things and cook them, and but his world, like his gauntlets were powered by a world spirit. So it's not unknown if that gives you any sort of hope.
Well, they've never spoken to me, so I have to make do with Daddy. And, well, when I find one, I'll make it talk to me.
Well, hopefully these ones will talk. But I guess we've got to make them. Feel better first.
Yes. When I came here, I didn't quite expect so many obstacles.
Well, maybe that's part of the reason why you have these powers now. I've been meaning to ask you about that, actually. Like, I mean, I've had my magic since, like, I was a kid. I can't imagine sort of just finding out about them one day in the middle of your life.
Yeah, I mean, I never expected. And you can kind of tell that she's not used to people asking her about it, or that sort of personal questioning. She's sort of looking at you with this, why are you asking this? What do you want from me? What are you expecting to gain from this expression? She says, well, sometimes you just have to learn things. That's what my family's always done. We learn things. And this is a learning moment, several years. And now we're going to learn why.
Well, I'm here to help. I don't have much else to do. So if you need my help, I'm here.
Thank you. I'll bear that in mind.
I can go, or I can sit with you for a bit if you want. I can keep quiet. I can be good at that.
I'd like to see that.
Okay. And he sits down and he just stares in front of the ocean, smiling.
She just sort of looks at you for a little while, like, okay. And then she looks out across the ocean as well.
As you do, seemingly almost like in response to your kind of irritation that things aren't going as quickly as you were hoping, the morning fog that's kind of lingering over the surface of the sea kind of begins to part, and you see the silhouette of the Titan Isles kind of emerge in front of you. So yeah, very soon you will soon be back on the island that is home to two gods. Soon. What's Cooper doing?
I think at first he's not sure he wants to talk to anybody. I think he is still trying to think about what he wants to say, but kind of just keeps to himself, watches the sea, and then I feel like eventually he will go see if he can find Ella's mirror somewhere.
Okay.
So where will he find her?
You have to, in inverted commas, ask around a little bit. And you find out that she is in her quarters.
Okay.
Which is at the very back of the ship on the top, like the top story. I can move your token up. So yeah, you get to sort of like the bow, like the rear of the ship, and like you can see the steering, like the steering wheel is kind of locked in place because effectively you're just kind of like the wind is carrying you with a good speed, and you're just kind of beelining for that cove that you all landed in yesterday. But yes, you find yourself kind of in front of Elasmira's door, and yeah, this group of pirates that are kind of on top of her quarters, like on the decking above her quarters. Yeah, they let you know that she is currently in. She's currently in, and they've been instructed to let you know that if you come along, you should come in for a chat.
Okay. Well, Cooper will step to the door, give it a knock. Little rapping all about his calls.
As you knock, you wait for a moment, and then the door just like gently swings open ever so slightly. Perhaps with the lurch of the sea, it kind of swings the door. But if you would like to move towards the door, you would teleport to the room. Interactivity. Woo!
Oh, hello.
And yeah, as you come through the door, like there is a moment as Elasmira kind of jumps as you jump, because it's clear that she was just about to reach for the door when the boat, the ship lurched and you came in. Hello, Cooper.
Captain.
She... not quite. Queen.
Fine. Your Highness? Is that how it works?
She like walks back and takes a seat at her desk, and perhaps I kind of like the ring of that when you say it.
Why did you hide it?
Well, something I've discovered is that all sorts of people say all sorts of interesting things when they don't know that you are a pirate queen.
That's fair, but I don't know, maybe the last time we had a conversation you could have at least given me something apart from giggling in my face and walking off. I was pretty put out, if I'm honest.
And I apologise. Until when we were sailing to the Isle yesterday, you were still a person of interest.
Right.
There were still a few more things I needed to hear you say before you knew.
Like what?
How long have you known this Kigfran?
Not long. You sent word for a job. I've told you about my life. It wasn't anything personal. It was just a job to do.
But it's not just a job, is it, Cooper? He wants you to sail to the Eastern Island. Did you think to ask why or what that entailed?
To be honest, in this mirror, I was interested in cash so I could get out of here. That was, honestly, at the time, the deal. Things have obviously changed, but at the time, I've never been here before. I was on holiday awaiting a call on a job. That was it. I was enjoying my time here. I made a friend. I was just hanging out. I did not expect for things to go the way they did in any capacity.
Cooper, darling, I know you've been around the block long enough to know that when it comes to people like Kigfran, you always make sure you have an exit ramp, an exit strategy, and a backup plan. Perhaps retirement, but perhaps the holidays blunted your senses slightly, she says. And as she says it, you feel like you hear this snicker coming from the little draconoid on the perch. You can't tell if it's just like coughed or but it makes a little noise. And Elismira, please excuse little Thaniel. He's a bit of a prankster.
You have a type. Okay.
Is his name Thaniel?
Yep.
Little Daniel.
Little Thaniel. My goodness.
She's a strange one. Okay.
I mean, I guess in this, just to put the pin directly into this, you can't help but wonder if, does Elismira know? As you look at this little white draconoid that bears a very similar colour to the very, very recently deceased Captain Thaniel Hastings, does she know? But it's clear that this little dragon is named after the guard captain.
Yeah. He's not going to push that button. I don't think he wants to push that button. I think it occurs to him, and he's just like, nah, it's fine. She can ask them here. It'd be fine. Okay. Look, I know you don't think very much of me, and that's fine. And I feel like we should just get back to square one here. Start from scratch. I think whatever we're planning to do is dangerous as hell, so we've just got to get on with it.
On that, I can agree, she says. There are more threats that require our attention than you appreciate, Cooper. The Titans, rampaging as they are very much the most immediate threat. But from what I've been told has happened to Dorlashal by this zealot that calls himself Draeven, his plans must be stopped as well. whatever Kigfran and his patron, whatever their plans are for whatever dark powers lie within the mountains on the Eastern Island, they are a threat. And it would appear that to really keep us on our toes, there are more eyes on the island than we had first anticipated. We will be dropping you off on the cove at your instruction, and then we have to investigate these other ships that have been sighted to the north.
More ships? Oh.
Yes. More ships.
Okay. Well, that's fun. More stuff to worry about. Thank you for helping. I do appreciate it, even if I didn't seem very appreciative when I saw you earlier.
Elismira smiles, and like in this moment, as the two of you kind of lock eyes, you can't help but wonder if the purple face tattoo on her left cheek, if that is new or if that is newly revealed from her kind of Dorlashal persona. But she strikes you as, well, actually, I'll ask you, does she strike you as a different person? Or can you still see the other Elismira kind of sat behind all of this?
I think for me personally, I feel like she has become a different person. I think Cooper thought he was getting to know just a very likable, very friendly person in town who he felt a kinship to because they seemed similar. And now he can't really see anything similar about them. He is still, and probably always will be, this little street kid who's just trying to, do what he can to survive, and it doesn't feel like she knows what that feels like to him anymore.
Okay. In which case, in response to her sort of like your kind of final statement, your final question, there's a lot for us to take in right now. One step at a time, Cooper. And she sort of like, at that point, she picks up a quill, like a feathered quill, and then turns her head down to start making some notes in a journal that's kind of sat alongside a map that's kind of covered with a number of kind of navigation tools. The map, you notice, details the Titan Isles, but more importantly, the Titan Isles is quite small and centralized, and there's just a lot of kind of expanse for the seas around it. But yes, as she looks down, you kind of get the impression that she is dismissing you. So, as you head out of her quarters, the first thing you see from sort of like the length of the ship is that you are pretty much at your destination. And if we look at this world map, you have fundamentally completed the journey from Dorlashal to hugging the coast to the cove of the Titan Isles, where you were last dropped off. pulls hard to the left. It doesn't drop anchor this time. It just kind of winds its sails up to reduce speed until it comes to until it slows right down. The rowboats are lowered into the water, and the six of you, begging pardon, including Coraline, get in the rowboats and begin making your way inland.
Could I ask a quick question? Very quickly.
Yes.
Would there have been a chance that we could ask for some supplies to take with us?
Ooh, what supplies you're thinking?
I'm thinking of some supplies to actually take to the village. I think Griffin would have remembered, whether or not it was a lie or not, Mulgava saying that they didn't have enough supplies for extra mouths.
I think extra Abes was the.
So he wants to take some extra bits to kind of, as maybe like a peace offering of some sort.
Okay. I will. As bosun come quartermaster, I think we're going to need some form of presence check to convince our good friend Bosun Grinner.
That sounds fine. No, I'm going to keep that hope because I might need it. Let's do persuasion. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Normal. It's not good.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
He just grabs my head and just pushes me away.
7 with
She's off the boat.
To swim the rest of the way.
There is you give this slightly impassioned speech, but the foreboding presence of Bosun Grinner. The more you talk, the tighter he crosses his arms. Until when you get and you find yourself sort of worming around the subject until when you eventually ask, "Can we have some supplies?"
Yeah, I actually do this. I do this.
As you tap your fingers together, he responds with he leans down to your level, and then he notably reaches up and grabs the top of your head with his palm and brings you in close and says, "No."
Okay.
And I will take a fear.
Sorry, guys.
As you start decanting off the ship, long enough would have been spent that I will allow a short rest should you want it. Do the 5 of you want a short rest?
Another one?
It'll be the first short rest of the day. So you get 3 per long rest.
Oh. Yeah.
A maximum of 3. Okay. In which case, let me know when you've decided what your 2 are, so we can blurt them out. What your 2 or 3 activities for Guardy?
Would anyone like to do a prepare for something?
I can't see because we're in a party. I can't see my.
If you hit C, you can bring your character sheet.
Yes. I will prepare. I need hope and is there anyone else?
No.
I'm happy to prepare, and I saw that's clear stress. That's my 2 things.
I need stress and hope is what I require.
Yeah, I also need hope. So yes, stress and prep, please.
I'll prepare with Cooper then, because
Okay.
Cooper wants to prepare with me.
So. Okay, so Cooper's doing a prepare with Griffin and reducing stress. How much stress do you reduce?
I think you roll a d4, don't you?
1d4.
Yeah.
Plus your
I think it's actually D4 plus level now.
tier.
Ah.
Or is it D4 plus tier?
Oh, yes, tier. So
Yeah.
tier for us is now tier 3. So I mean, there should be one. So roll. I cleared 4 stress. I only need to clear 1 stress, but that's fine. Hey.
Okay.
So that's good. And yeah, prepare. So I guess maybe because we're still having I think maybe they're going through how to get to Rasvilnia, because we walked it before, but we walked it in the company of everyone else. I know Abe knows the way, but I think, I don't know, maybe I feel like maybe Cooper's still wary of Abe. I think after everything that's happened recently, I don't know,
He only
doesn't want to go.
exploded a man.
Yeah, he exploded a man, and then they all died. Well, those 2 particularly died. I don't think he wants to
Things.
let's not talk about that.
Things
Let's
happen.
not talk about it. So I think he's kind of in the mindset of, it's easy talking to Griffin. I'm going to talk to my mate Griffin. We're going to have a plan. Just in case we get lost, we're going through the route to Rasvilnia. So then, hopefully, if there isn't any issues, we still know where we're going.
Okay. So the 2 of you gain a hope. Griffin, what was your other activity?
I'm going to fix an armor slot. As I only have 1 armor slot to fix anyway, and that's my tier done. I'm not going to bother rolling.
Sure. What's Cass doing?
Gardy, would you like to prepare with me?
Oh, that would be brilliant.
I want to
Get.
prepare with
That's what you
someone.
get. That's what you get. This is my boy. You're like, no, I don't want to do it with Griffin. And now
I
you
can
know what
prepare
I'm
with
do with you.
It can be 1 or more members. I can prepare with Cass and Gardy.
I'm going to prepare once with Cass to get my 2 hope. I'm going to prepare again with 8 to get 2 more hope. I'm preparing all over the place.
Polly preparing. We love it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm prep curious.
So,
Don't think you're curious anymore. You've
So
tried it a lot.
okay. So the 3 of you can prepare, so you'd all get 2 hope each.
Yeah.
Can we just do the same as Cooper and
but differently.
and Griffin, but just differently? Except Abe's
Slightly
answer.
louder.
Abe's answer is just like, well, you just go this way, don't you? I've done it 100 times before.
So, use your point. It's that way. So, way.
Do a little trees,
okay.
innit?
Sorry, can everyone still hear me? I just lost everyone for a
Yes.
sec.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
came off.
yeah. Wait for a second.
Bizarre.
Okay, so Abe, is that armor slots?
That was stress.
Stress. Okay, cool.
And I also removed the
Um,
stresses.
Okay, wonderful.
I'm just
so
gonna.
Gardy,
I'm gonna prepare with Abe, prepare with Cass, and then prepare with myself to gain 5 hope, because otherwise I'm fine.
It's just a short rest. You can only do 2.
No, Gardy can do
That's
3.
what you think.
Oh,
Gardy can do 3.
I'm rested
As
as
an
fuck,
aside-
my friend.
I
so prepared.
I've just checked it. In my head, I think you can only prepare, like, in inverted commas, once, because it's when you prepare
What?
with 1 or more.
Yeah,
although-
1 and then more, and
or
then
choose
1
the
and then
same
more.
roll.
And then,
No, so it says all choose the same move twice. So I think,
or 3 times.
yeah, you could. Yeah, Gardy could be a hope machine.
Yes.
A regular hope machine.
Oh, is anyone like Is anyone stressy? I think I can potentially feel someone
bit
stressed.
stressy.
If anyone's feeling.
I think we're
Apart from
Leo,
the fact that I can prepare this many times making Dan stressed, is anyone's character stressed?
I've got
No,
one
I'm-
stress.
I'm back
We've-
to
I'm back to 0
where
as
I
well.
need to be.
Abe is at 7 stress apparently.
Oh, me to be. I'm that 0 stress.
Is it
Sorry,
0?
I'm going,
Okay, 0
I'm going
stress.
down.
Okay, in that case, yeah. Instead of prepping myself, I'll clear 1 stress from Griffin.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Okay.
It's all right.
Okay, so you lot are functionally topped up. Can I just check how many hit points Cooper has? Because by my records, you have 1.
Oh no.
No, that's not correct. I should have none.
Oh God.
All fine. No, sorry. I mean, it should be fine. You should be fine.
Cooper is Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense.
I'm actually dead, guys. Sorry, Alice Mira was having a really weird conversation with herself. I don't know why it won't let me change it. I thought I've changed my hit points to. Hang on. I'm so confused. Am I okay? Now?
Oh wait, no, sorry.
No.
I'm. You've
See,
got
now
one
it
hope.
says I'm dead. Wait, I was fine. Daniel.
Chaos.
Killing Cooper, man.
I think because our tokens aren't on the map at the moment.
Yeah.
It's hard. Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, both one. I was looking at your hope. It was an H, and I was thinking it was hit points. You've got 1 hope. Fine. Okay.
I have
so
1 hope.
everyone is largely topped up. So as you finish your short rest, as you prepare to as you get onto the rowboats and you sail onto, sail towards the island, it's remarkably less stressful this time because there's not some horrendous purple storm raging overhead threatening to flip you into the rocks that kind of dot the coastline. As you make landfall and the pirates in the rowboats begin rowing back to the Tidebreaker, as you have had a short rest, I will reduce the Ekso clock by 1. And it is now at 7.
There's an Esco clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't tell Livy about the Exo clock. You should tell Livy about the Exo clock.
Livy,
We already
post it again.
We already did
there is an
that.
Ekso clock.
We did that. We already got rid of him.
Oh no. You back.
There is 7 left on the countdown, and as you peer up into, you very quickly find the river that you used to navigate your way inland before. You kind of you use it to avoid the majority of the boggy terrain that's kind of along this coastline, and then you know that river will then kind of give way to the forest, and this time, Abe, these are your lands. You're
Yeah,
able
I was
to-
going to say, I think last time we went here, Abe was pretending that he didn't really know the place. And I think this time he'll just kind of direct them 10 steps along, from where they were standing, and then there's a path. He's just
Yeah.
just this way. So why you tell us this before? Oh, he's just down here.
Thanks, Abe. Thanks a lot.
In which
Well-
case, as you head inland following the river through the forests, we will kind of fast forward as you reach the edge of the village of Riceville Nar. So as you crest the same hill that you crested before, and as the 5 of you arrive, and you see the village that's constructed among the trees kind of laid out in front of you. We'll grab a quick break for 10 minutes. So, yes, we're going to disappear for 10 I'll explain how much, I'll do it again. We are going to disappear for 10 minutes, and then we will jump straight back in to explore in better weather conditions the village of Rice Vilnar, Abe's home village, ex-home village.
Sup, guys?
I'm back.
So, if you're enjoying this and you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe on YouTube, or follow us on Twitch if you haven't already. If you want to discuss some theories, you can join us over in the Discord, which is free to join. That's in the description. And yeah, if you're really enjoying this, consider becoming a member. Right, we're going to jump away for 10 minutes. I'll start a timer. We'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
Boy. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Explorers of Elsewhere Live. My name is Dan. These are the Explorers. It's dawned on me, and I don't think I did a quick name introduction, but hello, Nate.
Hello.
Hello, Livy.
Hello.
Hello, Georgia.
Hello.
Hello, Theo.
Heyo.
And hello, Tim.
Hello.
Hello. So, yeah, we won't stick around too long. We'll kind of jump straight back into it. We are rejoining our adventurers on the outskirts, like on the edge of the village of Rice Vilnar, a keeper settlement, a settlement of all keepers, on the Titan Isles, that we have since found out are actually Abe's lost family. Well, family that exiled him. This is Abe's old village.
So he didn't lose them.
He didn't lose them, no. Well, he kind of did. He didn't shoot. Yeah. Yes. Abe's previous home. The village now run by its new chieftain, Yalna, which is not the name that Abe gave his daughter once upon a time. But that is the name she now chooses to rule under. So, yes, this village, it exists within, like, between these large, kind of towering tree trunks that rise up and adds their foliage to the sea of canopy overhead. Beams of light appearing through the canopy to kind of highlight certain parts of the scene in front of you, but the village is perhaps constructed here because the trees are slightly less kind of compacted together, and there is a river stream that runs from sort of like that runs down through the village. As we find you on the edges, you spy the village that you visited yesterday, just under wildly different circumstances, and you can see the same features, but in better that you saw yesterday, but in better detail. Particularly, the buildings that are kind of constructed out of these kind of monolithic tree trunks. There are the sort of like the vines, almost like vine bone pennants that kind of hang from building to building. Cass, you spy the kind of the trophy skulls and kind of ornamentation over the doors of various buildings. Cooper, you spy the smaller tree stump with a well dug out of it. and kind of looming over, like dominating the your eye line, is this sort of like large hall that is, well, Abe, is like the grand hall, if you will, like the town hall of Riceville. Kind of standing in a dominating position over the no longer used kind of community fire, like campfire in front of it. Hello, welcome, Joe. Yoj. How you doing? So yes, you find yourselves on the edge of the village, kind of stood on one side of the bridge that leads over the river into the village proper. Who's leading the charge? Like, is it Abe? Okay, cool. In which case, as the five of you kind of head over, 5 of you, or is it actually 6 of you? Realistically, it's 6 of you, isn't it?
Did the sexy mayor come with us down?
Do we,
I think
do
that
we
was
have
the
any
point.
friends? Did we leave her behind? You're not part of the friendship group.
Yes.
We just get there and we're like, wait, wasn't Balroom with us? Uh-oh.
You're in the forest.
She's in a badger somewhere.
Feel like what's Caroline? I've lost her.
Oh no!
You said the ship. She's going back home.
We've literally lost her.
We can use the power of our imagination.
No.
Oh no!
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so yeah, as you kind of cross over the bridge, Abe, you are intercepted as you kind of get to the other side of the bridge by 2 village guards that step forward and bar your way. They are wielding what appear to be kind of spears. So, Abe, for you, they're just the weapons that the defenders of Riceville now have. But for everyone else, they are effectively like double-pointed spears. But over the handhold is like a crescent, a pointing out crescent blade. So it's clear that they can, stab and thrust with the blades, but also kind of punch forward with them in a way. But yeah, these 2 guards kind of intercept you and halt, one of them shouts, and the second steps forward and goes, Abe, you know, of all people, you are the last one to be welcome here.
I don't have time for this.
When you say that, what are you doing immediately? Are you trying to push through?
Yeah.
So the 2 guards. Tell you what, give me what check are you using?
Strength.
Okay, roll me a strength check, and by all means, roll in spend for experience if you want to.
Experience being get out of the way.
Get out of my way.
Experience. I don't know. Experience. You just throwing people around.
Stoic.
Are you stoically checking?
Stoically. No emotions. Move.
Or pick on someone your own size.
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I think I'm probably like head to head with 2 people around the same size as me. So let's do that plus. Let's just roll it, and then it will be plus whatever. 15, 16, 17.
Okay, 17 with fear. 17
In
is
my
a pass.
heart.
So you manage to kind of push these two guards out the way, and they kind of like that. Well, the other five of you, including Coraline, you watch as Abe just bulls his way through these two keepers. Perhaps it's quite odd to see these kind of giants just kind of pushed aside seemingly so easily. Abe, you are able to kind of open a pathway into the village. The two guards just sort of like, they stagger back a bit, they look at one another, and they seem a bit confused, a bit kind of aggrieved that you've just bodied your way through them. So you have succeeded. However, you're now being watched by the guards.
I'm watching them right back.
So yes, as you kind of push up, it creates enough of a commotion that people are sort of like peering out, wondering what's happening. You notice that a number of other sort of like white robes, like village guards, are sort of like peering around to see what's happening, to see your approach. The one thing you might notice, Cooper, well, actually, anyone who's kind of paying any real close attention to the guards, is that they all seem to be wearing this kind of strange white, ever so slightly off-green marble, so either shoulder pads or like a small breastplate or just some sort of armor about their person. Cooper, you very particularly notice, given that you pinched one of the blade. Who did you give that to?
I showed it to Cass, and I don't know. I can't remember if she gave
Cass
it.
has it.
Gave it to me.
I think, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
This is how Cass gets in trouble, and I feel really bad. The end.
In which case, yes, Cass, you notice that these guards all appear to be wearing some form of fashioned armor, and it's not the most delicate of craft. Like, it's quite roughly hewn, but they wear it. It looks quite heavy, but it's distinctly the same kind of glossy marble-like material as that blade that Cooper gifted to you. Also, hello, Lady Vengeance. Welcome to Twitch chat. Hello. So, as you push your way through, you've made a bit of a commotion.
No.
The commotion, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. The commotion draws out a familiar face. As from the village hall steps a slighter keeper. She's a bit physically smaller than a lot of the others that guard this place, but she is accompanied by a large green-furred, large feline-like creature with two large horns emerging from its forehead. And Abe, you recognize your daughter as she strides out of the long hall, to sort of like her head spinning from side to side, as if she's kind of wondering what the commotion is. And then her attention falls on the six of you. I wondered how long it'd be before you return, she says.
Well, not long. We got stuff to talk about.
What are you physically doing as you say this? Are you still approaching, or are you stopping, like maintaining a distance?
I think.
Are you getting up in her grill?
No, not up in her grill. I think coming towards her, but maintaining a. Sorry, Louis just coughing.
These are the sounds that
One moment.
the
One
large
moment.
green furred beast. It's just hacking up a fur ball.
Right, he's done.
For chat, Louis is a dog, not just like
A small
partner
child.
that's slowly a small child dying off screen. No, it's a very old dog, a very silly dog.
He's looking at me. Close.
Mother help!
And he's kind of storming as if he's like start storming towards the Great Hall, ready to kind of start something. And then kind of his daughter comes out and he's a bit like, ooh, like dampen yourself down a little bit. Like this fight isn't with her. So yeah, a bit of a distance, but
Okay. Well, as you start to approach, the green furred beast kind of steps forward and begins growling, and the way like its eyes almost ignite with this kind of ferocity. I will spend a fear. Boop. Drop me down to 3. I would like everyone to roll me. Well, to tell me how you're kind of quashing the fight or flight response that this beast is kind of strongly imposing on you, as it like its ears go flat back to its head, the horns seemingly kind of jut forward in a more menacing position, like its claws bare from under the fur of its paws. But yeah, starting with Abe, which ability are you using to make this reaction check?
strength. No, presence. I think presence.
But an elbow drop it. Okay.
Yeah, presence. So just trying to kind of maintain a very sort of calm, like, you don't bother me, I'm just as big as you, kind of whatever, mate, calm down. That's 25.
Oh, okay. You are nonplussed. Cooper, what are you doing to kind of resist the growls of this beast?
I mean, Cooper feels like a dog guy, right? I feel like he's a dog guy. So
This is a big cat, so.
Or big, yeah.
He's a big cat guy.
Yeah, but I think he's
like a giant mutant tiger, same thing.
yeah, you know. But like, I feel like he does like animals. And so I think he's just going to try and remain very calm. And can I see if there's anything for the tiger to eat in my pack as a peace offering? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of things to.
Yeah,
I can roll for it.
Yeah. I will say. Okay, give me how. Tell you what. You tell me what you're pulling. Well, I guess we're retroactively rolling a reaction for the forage or like the acquisition of whatever it is you're hoping to throw.
Sure.
So is it a food you pinch from the pirates or some berries you foraged on the way here?
Yeah, maybe something he found on the ship while he was looking for Elismira, or like he traded with a pirate because he was like, I actually haven't stopped and eaten properly in ages, and probably just like grabbed a snack from the pirate, so he still got it in his pocket. I don't know. Cats don't really like vegetables, so I imagine it's something
Really big, dreamy.
big dreamy. Big dreamy that he's got from the pirates, which is even funny, I thought. All those pets the pirates have. Yeah, I think it's something, I don't know, like a jerky sort of thing that he's picked up from a pirate.
Okay, let's see if you successfully manage to acquire the jerky.
Okay, so am I rolling charm or?
Yeah, whatever. Depending on how you argue you got it. So if you were just trying to convince a pirate to give you some jerky,
I mean,
maybe it's mirror.
could I have stolen it instead from a pirate? Because I
Sure.
think I have
If you're
better
sleight
skills
hands.
in
That's
sleight
that's a
hands.
finesse. I would argue that's a
Yeah,
finesse.
yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's a +4. So I will. Finesse roll. Normal. 16 with fear.
Okay, that's fine. There's a reaction roll, so that is a pass. Okay, how is Griffin overcoming the growling beast?
What that noise?
Play it a lullaby.
Louis, stop it. He's probably doing like the complete opposite of what Abe is doing, and kind of just kind of going like, "Here, kitty, it's okay. We're friendly."
If these are the famous last words.
Probably his hands get bitten off. So yeah, I do a presence check for that.
Okay.
What is with my rolls this evening? Goodness gracious me.
Oh no.
Okay. Griffin,
Yeah.
you will suffer
2 bitten off hands.
4 stress.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Ooh, he's
Griffin
stressy.
is not a big cat person.
As the snarls and bites at you, and you pulling your fingers away in order to keep them. Okay, wow, that was spicy. Cass, how are you going toe to toe with this beastie?
I think Cass is
Bring your
rolling
fear.
presence. She's got shit to do. She's got a god to talk to. She's not got time for huge cats. She's looking that one straight in the eyes.
Do you want to use an experience or?
You cannot stop me.
Okay, perfect.
So remind me what I do with that. Is it plus? It's a
You
plus,
know
isn't it?
what? You cannot stop me is arguably so perfect. If you spend the hope to spend it, I will let you auto pass.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So spend your hope, you auto pass as you just stare at this beast with the same ferocity in your eyes.
Straight in the
does
eyes.
And
the tiger
Gardy.
take?
Yep.
Yeah, how much stress does the tiger take? Intimidation.
Is it little
Yeah,
growl?
sure. I'm just rolling 4s all round. 4s all round. Yes. And Gardy, how are you squaring off against this beast?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's far from the first large creature that has menaced him. He's just going to try and get a feel for its attitude and position himself so that it's clear that he means it no harm but is capable of doing it should push come to shove.
Okay.
If you let me, I'd love an instinct roll, but presence is also fine. And I'd like to use my cool and collected experience. Also,
Okay.
I have fearless in my ancestry. I don't know if that's going to be of any good to me.
I think, you know what, I'm feeling generous. Spend the hope for cool and collected, and I'll let you auto pass.
Stunning. Thank you very much.
Cool. Okay, so as the so Cass is down to 3 hope, I believe. Boop, down to 3. Cool. So as this creature growls and like you all turn and look as it snaps and sort of like swipes at Griffin as Griffin gets a bit too close. Yalna lets out this kind of loud, high-pitched whistle to kind of call her beast to heal, and like as the beast kind of slinks back, Yana sort of like places a hand upon its head and kind of scritches this large cat-like creature behind the ear, and you hear her say, patience, Kalo, in time, she says.
Looking at Griffin.
Yeah, yes. And yes, so she looks back to the five of you. So three of you four of you are kind of standing relatively defiantly. And she looks to you, Abe, and why have you come back?
We need to talk about Ekso.
The gathered folk, because this whole thing has caused a bit of a commotion, and you can see keepers are sort of like peering out from like the nearby buildings. Some are gathered around. One's carrying holding a bucket full of water freshly pumped from the well, and the guards kind of look back to one another, and your daughter says, "What about Ekso?"
Oh, you don't know what he's become?
And like you watch as Yalna, she's looking at you a little bit kind of dumbfounded, a little bit confused, and then the five of you start to hear this kind of murmuring ripple through like the gathered guards that are watching you, the gathered people. Did they say Ekso? What about Ekso? And you notice that Yalna suddenly starts like looking around at the whispering crowds, and she suddenly, momentarily, she loses that sense of kind of authority. She looks a bit like a child in a crowd, wondering what's kind of happening. And then she sort of like stands upright. She kind of bangs the halves of the large marble warhammer that she's wielding. She like bangs the shaft against the ground, and we will discuss this in the hall, she says. And like she does, you notice that so Griffin, perhaps you notice that she's kind of elevated her voice to almost sort of like speak out to the crowds around her to make it known that this is like a declaration. It just strikes you a bit odd that she's having to be quite heavy-handed with it in a way. But yes, she then turns and enters into the large building behind her. The large beast Kalaru, you've discovered its name is, sort of like spies you for a moment, and then its ears kind of flip back up, and it kind of trots in behind Yalna. Inside the hall, which is exactly as you remember it, but minus the sort of like the buckets to catch the rainwater, Yalna peers at you from the throne that she was sat on yesterday, kind of in front of this banquet table that runs left and right. Ekso is a name that has not been discussed for years. Why do you speak his name now? She says to you. Well, she says to you, the five of you, but kind of looking at you, Abe.
Oh, because he's blown a great big bloody hole in Dorshar, that's why.
Yalna shakes her. He's done what?
He's blown a great big bloody hole in Dorshar.
You mean he's back?
Yeah. And I don't know what he's done, but he's been tampering with the world spirits or something. He's gone absolutely balmy.
Yana looks across the faces of the rest of you. I can only assume you're all wearing faces that say you agree, you agree with what Abe is saying.
Yep.
None of you are pulling bunny ears behind his head. I guess it's more the fact that as Yana looks for kind of confirmation across your 5 faces, her eyes then land on the face of Mayor Coraline Balroon. I do not know your face, she said. Yana says, and Coraline clears her throat and, my apologies. My name is Mayor Coraline Balroon, Mayor of Dorlashal, and the words that Abe speaks are true. This keeper, known as Ekso, arrived in our town and in an act of unprovoked hatred, he has devastated an enormous part of the town. And Yana tilts her head and... Do we know why he has returned? You, Father, were the last one to have seen him.
Yeah, well, I certainly didn't tell him to go and soup himself up with powers and try and take on a god and become a god, and I don't know what's happened to him, but he's got some ideas in his head, and it's going to absolutely devastate everything if we don't do something about it.
Well, we have not seen Ekso. The guards have not reported sightings of Ekso. So, I'm afraid I failed to see what relevance this has to us.
He's doing something to the world spirits.
Yana, she closes her eyes and... Do we know what?
Some kind of infection. You heard of the crystal infections people have got from touching the arcane?
Yana, I have not witnessed it, but I have heard the stories of this crystallization.
Have none of you interacted with... I know there's new gods, but have you not seen the old?
I presume you're talking about the dragons, right?
So they've said that they have... Last time we were here, they said that they were worshipping a new god, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that they weren't allowed to...
Yeah, Gardy, as you're saying this, you're stood on kind of one side of the banquet table, if you will, like the long table. Hanging on the walls to your left and right are 2 kind of paintings. One, and they are now you've seen them, you know for sure. One is Burunan and one is Pfizer, the 2 type, the 2 world spirits that exist on this island. The new god, quote unquote, is the voice from the mountain that Malgulva has kind of been entertaining. But yeah, I suppose saying new old gods, because the world spirits are most recently emerged. But
yes,
the dragons, in inverted commas, predated them.
Yes, I have probably that exact awkward conversation with Yalna, and then clarify.
I don't mean those ones. I mean, new to you, but not you. But
The new
old, but
the new old, not the old new.
Yeah. Have none of you looked at Pfizer and Brunan?
No, they don't
Where do you
care
think
about them
the
anymore.
island is? Where do you think you've had the storms?
Pfizer and Burunan, it is by my decree that we no longer worship them. Yalna says, and I think Cooper and Griffin, you are both, like, your backgrounds are sufficient enough that you kind of realize that Yalna clearly doesn't have the same kind of impact, like the weight behind her voice, the conviction behind her voice when she says that. It is by my decree that they are to be no longer worshipped. They have merely slumbered since the war, and we now turn our worship to the mountains of the east.
Oh, I mean, they need help. I mean, you don't have to worship them, but we've seen them, and they need help. Like, those storms you're having, all the chaos with the weather, it's obvious because it's them, and they need help.
It's going to cause you more problems down the line if you don't.
You need not worship the summer or winter, but if you don't prepare for them, they'll come to you just the same.
Yalna, like, you see her clenching on her back teeth. Kalaru shifts, like lifts his head up from his paws and kind of looks up to his master, almost sensing that there's kind of there's something wrong with the chieftain. Yalna, she lets out a deep sigh, and I will spend another fear so she begins to once again repeat, it is by my decree that, and it's clear that she's trying to kind of talk herself out of whatever she's actually thinking by using those words. So, between the five of you, I would like you to each tell me what ability check you're using to, one way or another, convince Yalna that what's currently happening is not enough. So we'll go backwards. Starting with Gardy. Starting with Gardy. Oh. In stereo.
It's coming from George, I think.
Hello. I keep on me. Yes, it's George. Okay, now I'll do that. Wait. Oh, wait. No? Yes? No? Yes?
No, it's nothing. I can't hear anything on my end.
Okay, well, I'll let you guys talk. Tim, what are you doing to convince Yalna to take a different path? Because it's quite clear she's uncomfortable with the one she's on.
Indeed. Ooh. What am I doing?
And I should also just go ahead and say that if you have an experience that you think is relevant, you can spend a hope and then we'll auto pass you.
Ooh. Then yeah, I'll do that, please. I'll just say, I have spoken with them, and they are in intense pain. They need your help. Using my spirit speaker experience, if that's okay.
Okay, so that is one success. And Georgia?
I would say, can I use "you cannot stop me" a second time? To look her straight in the eye. Say, listen, I'm going up there, regardless of what you say or do.
Okay. Yeah, no, we are definitely echoing hard, aren't we? Who that?
Well, stop now.
Oh, stop. Okay, we're good. Okay, you cannot stop me. Oh, you're getting.
Oh no, it's back.
No, it's back.
It's back.
Yeah, still George's, I think.
I can't hear anything, so I don't know what's happened.
Okay, well,
I've only got my headphones in. I've not got any other sound thing going on. It might be that my headphones are dying because my cat's been eating them. I'm really sorry, I can't hear anything.
That's right. No, we seem okay now. So, yeah, you cannot stop me. So, yeah, by all means, that sounds legit. Chuck me a hope, and you can also pass that. Griffin.
You're saying that I can get a sort of feeling that she's really struggling with this.
It sounds like she doesn't quite believe the words that she's saying.
Yeah. Can I use then my ability, What's Your Story, Friend? To say, I no disrespect, but I don't think you fully do have that as your decree. Why won't you help?
For a hope, if you're using your experience, What's Your Story, Friend? For a hope, you can auto pass. For a stress, she'll answer your question as well once all's said and done.
Go on then. Spend a stress.
Cooper.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I have an ability which is Death Deceiver, which is I can spend a hope to gain advantage on a roll to deceive or trick someone into believing a lie you tell them. But I'm not sure what lie I would use to convince her in this situation.
So hang on, which ability is that again? Sorry.
It's Death Deceiver, so I can gain advantage and spend a hope.
Oh, right, it's an ability.
So it's an ability, but it's just what would he say, which is a lie, to convince her. That's what I've been trying to mull over, because that's my my best skill here. Otherwise, I'm relying on a +2 presence to believe me, which might still be fine.
Unless you, if you want to spend the hope and you can figure out how you.
Ignore me. Ignore me. I have an advantage to detect lies. So if I think he should outright just say, "Yeah, I'm with Griffin on this one. You're lying. You're absolutely lying. And I think you owe it to your people to tell the truth."
Oh, you're negging her. You're convincing her by negging her. Okay, I think. Yeah. Okay, so roll me out.
It'll be a presence, but it'd be a presence, but with advantage.
The presence.
And 17 with hope.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. And last but not least, Monsieur Abe.
Strength, no.
For a suplex everything. Listen to me. Listen to me.
I would like to use a new experience that Abe has called No Man is an Island.
and I think he will just very sort of just look her straight in the eyes and say, there's not a day gone by since I left that I haven't thought about you, and I haven't thought about this community, and I haven't thought about your mother, and all I can say is this community was everything to your mother, and we just forget about me. Don't do anything for me, but just think about that, and think about how much she loved this place, and how much she loved the world spirits, and how we have to help them. It's all before everything. Just think about that.
You may spend your hope to auto pass your roll,
Thank you.
which means we have a clean sweep across the board. And Yalna, like, she is frozen, having not been able to finish the sentence by my decree. And Abe, you watch your daughter's shoulders drop, and she slumps down as if suddenly weighed down by an incredible weight. If it were my decree, the world, the Titans, would not scream as they do at night. If it were my decree, we would have upheld our ancestral duties to the Titans. If it were my decree, I would not watch the people of Rice-Vilnar work themselves to the bone, mining this dragon's forsaken marble. If it were my decree, I would not have everything I do scrutinized by Malgulva. She is strangling this village, Father. Her crazed determination, her obsession with this marble, she says. And Yalna, like, you notice her hand has been gripping the head of the maul, like the hammer. And as she says it, suddenly her hand recoils away from the hammerhead, almost as if she's been electrocuted by it. And you watch as the hammer falls and thuds into the stone ground with a resonant I never wanted to see you go, she says. But you made that so very hard. Malgulva is a poison. Please, root it out.
This is what it all came down to. We tried. I tried to root it out, and none of you would stand beside me. It's all I wanted. It's what I was saying from the beginning. If you stand by me now, we'll get rid of her. We'll get gone. She's poisoned. She's infecting this place.
Yona, like, her head drops. I cannot be the hands that mites out your vengeance. But I can gather enough of the guards to reduce the resistance between you and her.
Do what you can.
She is down in the pit. I do not want to lose more faces I have grown up with who look up to me for guidance and support. I do not wish to lose any more of them to her pit. Real quick, Griffin, what was the wording of your question, sorry? And Cooper, for that matter.
It was something along the lines of, it doesn't sound like you fully believe your own words. Why won't you help them?
Okay.
And I just said how she was lying. That was all I said.
Sure. Well, in exchange for the stress that you spent, Griffin, Yalna opens up a bit more. After you left, she says, looking back to you, Abe, Malgulva's intentions just became more and more brazen. She began to... Oh, that's a bit too jolly.
She's a hateful, spiteful woman. She likes to kill us all.
After you left, her intentions became wildly more brazen. She began to convince us all of the power of the voice from the east, from the mountains, or from the mountain. She presented us this marble. She showed us how acquiring it was proof of our worship to the mountain. And ever since, we have been sending parties to the mountain to mine this marble and bring it back. We have lost too many to the wilds, to the mountain, and to her frustrations. We should have known that turning our back on the world spirits was never the right thing to do. But turn on them we have. I fear my lack of resistance to her has corrupted this place. But everyone around me tells me I'm doing the right thing, but I see the doubt in their eyes as I see in my own. I don't know what this marble is, but it is making us sick. Please, stop her.
And if we stop her, will you help us?
When we turned our backs on the Titans, I was made to expressly ban all visits to the Standing Stones. I had to ban us from the place of my mother's burial. And all I've wanted to do is visit her grave. So yes, helping you will let me see her again.
Okay. Well, Griffin's going to look up at Abe and go like, lead the way.
Can I roll for giving her a hug?
Strength it.
Right.
Strength.
The large beast Kalaru stands up, like, warily as you approach, and Yalna kind of looks up to you, and like her eyes, you can see her eyes are kind of shaking, and she does not try to resist you if you go in for a hug.
Oh, bless. I think Abe will give her a big hug, and he'll just say to her quietly, so no one else can hear, "It's not your fault. It was never your fault. I should have looked after you. I should have taken you with me."
She lets out this long kind of stuttering sigh. Maybe. But I've missed you.
Oh, Bryn. I mean, Yar. I mean...
You can call me Brynja.
Oh, cuddle. Break her back a little bit. That's how I keep her short, love.
So, as you all watch Abe embrace his estranged daughter, I think I'm just going to go ahead and let you all take a hope.
Yay. Give me that hope.
We all love it.
When you hear a sound of commotion begin to emerge from outside, so let me go ahead and spend a fear to summon some guards. And you can hear that clearly word of your arrival has reached, it seemingly has reached Malgulva's ears, and a gaggle of kind of village defenders begin descending on your locations. As Yalna sort of like looks up to hear the sounds of the approaching guards, she implores to the five of you, please hurry, she says. I don't know how long I can keep them busy. And Coraline, who has been stood very quietly amongst the five of you while this has all been happening, she turns to the five of you. Well, she turns to you, Abe, and for the 18 months that I've known you, I regret not getting to know you better. But this is your fight. I will stay here with your daughter and keep the guards busy.
Don't let nobody hurt her.
As you say that to Coraline, she tilts her head and she shrugs the coat off her shoulders and it falls to the ground, feet, exposing her full battle mage regalia. And as you say that, she grimaces slightly as she clenches her fists in the golden gauntlets she's wearing, and her eyes blaze this light blue. I hadn't intended on it. And as she opens her fists, blue flames ignite from between her fingers and roar up her forearms as her hands become wreathed in this bright blue flame. Yalna, Brynja, looks a bit concerned that this lady's just caught fire, but
She's all right.
yes. So the five of you yeah, as you are sort of like, in effect, shown the door, you see that there are a number of kind of defenders beginning to converge on your location. But following out behind you is Yalna, Kalaru, and Coraline. And Yalna effectively emerges from between the five of you, and "People of Ricefrillna!" she bellows out. And in her sort of like commands as chieftain, she manages to stall the guards that you may begin to make your tokens beeline for Abe. You know where it is, the pits, in the southeastern corner. So, yeah, tell you what, I'll grab your tokens. There we go. So as the five of you sort of like work your way through the streets, you can see that there are people hanging out of window, like keepers hanging out windows. What's happening? At the commotion outside the front of the town hall, and you reach this kind of muddy. It's still very muddy because of the rain from yesterday, but it's a slope down, and it's a snaking path into like deep into the undergrowth of the forest. As you begin descending, like snaking left and right, you see that there is a large kind of deep pool of what appears to be kind of relatively, it stinks of stagnant water. It looks like it's standing water primarily from the storms. But perhaps worryingly, you spy the tops of what appear to be large kind of metal. They look like bird cages, but sized for a keeper. And they are submerged pretty much to the top. But at the base of the pit, alongside this pool, is a cave entrance. Would you like to enter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just double check there's no one in the cages? I think that's an important thing to check.
If there are,
they aren't alive anymore.
Well, if you're checking, you notice that one of the cages has a hand that's gone up through the bars and then kind of turned and got kind of stuck, but the hand is limp and the arm disappears into the opaque water.
Okay.
She's a nasty.
And it's clear, given the nature of this, that whoever was in those cages was left there until the waters consumed them. As the five of you enter into the cave, the cave entrance is relatively wide but narrows very quickly before opening up into a larger cavern, like a singular cavern. Water sloshes around your feet, that also carries that same kind of stagnant smell as the water in the pits now behind you. Let me go ahead and give you some light so you can actually see.
I'm still in Rive. I'm still in the village.
Yeah. Hold your horses.
No, so we can see it. I can't see nothing. Hold your horses.
So, yes. We chuck you across. So this large cave
I can see it now.
then opens out.
Mr. Dan.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
So, I know, like, we are like technically charging in to find Malgova, right? But would you argue that we are trying to sneak because we want to enter? No, I was checking. So I have stealth expertise, which might give us advantage if we want to.
Does Abe look like a man who sneaks?
No, it's true. It's fair.
I'm
just checking.
Is stealth expertise something? Isn't that you can give stealth to everyone else?
I can give stealth to everybody. It's very useful.
Well, I mean, you could always use Abe as a distraction.
Yeah.
If you all just line up perfectly behind him, it'll just look like Abe is entering.
Then we'll all just appear out from behind him.
Okay. To be fair, it's only if an ally, not all allies, so I assume it's only one. So I'll park that. Unless you're allowed to. If an ally within close range is also attempting to move unnoticed and rolls with fear, you can mark stress. But
the way I see it is that's not a one-off. So if you had 3 allies that were attempting to sneak and they all rolled fear, you could mark a stress per ally.
Oh, that's true.
To make them roll with hope.
That's true.
Okay. Well, so who's going in? Who's going in loud, and then who's going in quiet with Cooper? So who's going in loud? Abe is. You know Abe is.
I mean, it's probably useful to have someone like I know Cooper will probably use the advantage to be able to sneak from behind, take out some people.
I mean, I will say the cave is rather gloomy and dark, so going in subtly is an option apart from Frabe, because I think he's too Abe for this.
He's too Abe, yeah, agreed.
So Abe's going in loud and proud. Who's sticking back with Cooper? Not sticking back, but going in quietly with Cooper.
It's just Coops.
It's just me. That's fine. That's also fine.
Okay. Everyone else going in loud and proud?
Yeah.
Okay.
How deep's the water?
The water is...
We're going in as alligators.
Well, so currently it's like ankle deep, but you can see that there are deeper sections of water further in. What are you thinking?
I was considering going a little fishy mode.
Okay.
And fishing
It's
around.
definitely shallow enough for little fishing mode.
Cool. Okay, I'll go little
large
fishy mode, please.
maybe less so. Okay.
I'll tell Binky to stay with Cooper until things kick off.
Okay, so we've got so Walpertinger is staying with Cooper. So we've got a Walpertinger there. You are turning into an aquatic scout?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me drag that onto you. Tick, 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 bam. Gardy, please describe to us what your aquatic scout looks like, because it may or may not look like that.
An octopus is pretty fun, to be fair. It is
It's a horned octopus.
It's like a crab, but the legs are tentacles.
Okay.
They live in the rivers around where Gardy lives. Don't worry about it.
Perfect. Okay, fine. So a little horned crab with tentacles. Okay.
Yes, please.
Marvelous. You are now an aquatic scout. So as you barge in, Abe at the forefront, you hear the sounds of the splashing of your hooves in the water. You hear like a load of bats kind of fluttering around in a bit of a panic and sort of like taking off around your heads. But the cave in front of you opens up. It is illuminated by what seem to be these like bioluminescent orbs that are drifting through the air. And yeah, Garda, you can see that the water gets about knee deep immediately in front of you. But in the center of this large cavern is like a raised area, like a raised dais, if you will. There are other kind of out of water areas in the corners of this cavern, but you also notice there, so Gardy, with your scouting abilities, you're able to recognize there are pits of very deep water scattered around the cave as well. On the central kind of island, there are two rice defenders in their white robes who kind of see you coming, and they're clearly sort of like Malgulva's personal honor guard. Hopefully Livy comes back. But they drop into a defensive pose as the five of you enter. And I can't have Livy gone.
No, she's here.
You still left
Oh,
me.
are you here? Are you here? I've got to put you back in. Hold on 2 seconds. So yeah, as you enter, Malgulva looks to you, and I should have known, she says as you enter. You are always a busybody. You're always
sticking your nose in where it wasn't wanted.
Sorry. Oh. Okay, you should become. Yeah, you're back. Hello.
You're back.
Yes, you are. And perhaps you'll join the other non-believers in the pools outside. Maybe this is the last day that you trouble me, Abel Rick.
No, I think you'll find it's the last day you'll trouble me. And my daughter.
I will throw you all into combat, and I think it's fair to say that we are starting with Abe.
How far away is she from me?
She is currently a fair old way. So she's very far, but probably slightly beyond. Well, she is very far, but more so because of the height of the island.
Livy, I do have fireball. I can fireball.
Yeah, this is a perfect time to set her alight. He's never going to get there. This is the...
Maybe if Nate does fireball now, then we run up.
Yeah. Set her on
Could
fire
be a couple
first.
of-
I can't blink you there. I can teleport you there.
Before or after fireball?
It's probably better after fireball because we'll attack you as well.
And then put Abe in.
This is something we had a problem with last time. So.
Yeah.
Well, Livy, would you
Okay.
like to do a tag team?
What, with all of us? So I can get... Cass blinks me in whilst you set fire to Malgulva, and I also kick her in the shin.
I was gonna say if I spend the 3 hope
Mm-hmm.
to do the tag team,
Mm-hmm.
maybe there is something we could do together. I can squirrel monkey up your back to get a little bit more height.
How far can you blink, Cass?
Thank you for that question. I shall check.
Because far will get you onto...
far away?
So the thing is,
Far
my
range.
fireball can do very far.
Well, what do we think? It's sounding like Griffin wants to throw a fireball.
Griffin,
Fireball
do your
first,
fireball.
and then get you as close as
Do
possible.
it first. I could just imagine Abe is starting to as if he's going to start a run and a sort of
Cass and
Braveheart
Abe could
style
always
charge,
tag team.
and then you
Yeah, okay.
got yourself in.
Right, so it's Griffin first.
Hello.
Right.
Where is my... Oh no, I've lost my character sheet. Hang on. Wait. There it is. Griffin will...
I feel like the plan of, let's be sneaky from Cooper and Gardy has gone out the window with the words fireball.
It's fine.
Yeah. You're fireball.
Do it. Do it.
So Griffin will just sort of stand in front of Abe and just kind of go, can I just try one thing? I promise I'll get it right this time.
Okay.
He just says, "No fire."
So yes, I've got to do a spellcaster roll.
Yes.
No. The target of all the creatures within very close range of them, so I'm firing Molgulva.
Well, so you have to do the spellcast roll first, and then on a
Yes.
success, then they can jump out of the way. Where are you casting this at Malgulva?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there... Does anyone want to give me an advantage? It's because I've been rolling like shite all day.
I'm just a craptopus. I can't help. I'm sorry.
Just
Okay.
craptopus.
I can spend
Not
a
me,
hope.
I'm just a little craptopus.
I can spend a hope to use my experience of knowledge of arcane magic to sort of hone back into my historical knowledge of arcane
Perfect.
magic.
I'll give
So
you
that
plus
will
2.
be-
Yeah.
Presence +2. Go on.
At Malgulver, eh?
So that's a 12.
I can.
Oh, I also would like to use a rally dice. If I
Rally
can,
yourself,
please.
okay? Yes. Please.
Is...
Is this a, like, you've done a little...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do it this time, come on! It's a d6. Nice.
So you're on 12 at the moment.
So that's
17?
17.
I have a new ability called Support Tank. When an ally within close range fails a roll, I can spend 2 hope, and they can re-roll either their hope or their fear dice. If you would like to re-roll one of those dice.
It depends. Was it a fail? And it was with hope.
Was it a fail?
So, Griffin, you prompted this with a "you could do it, you could do it," and then you've out loud said, "Like,
He could be my new dad. Come on, just do this."
But I can do this. Abe shouted, "No fire!" And then what does your fireball look like?
It looks like a fireball. Yeah, it's it just looks like a fireball.
Okay. The 5 of you watch in adoration, horror, concern, as this this ball of flame it conjures in Griffin's hand. And are you like throwing it like a ball, or does it like blast out of an open palm?
It blasts out of like an open palm.
Okay.
Like
in which case, yeah, Griffin sort of fires this fireball. It arcs upwards towards the plinth, like the island in the middle of the cavern, and you watch as like the 3 the 2 guards just sort of like they bend their knees as if they're getting ready to dive out of the way. Malgulver is just frozen like a stone, and she's letting out this high-pitched as this flaming sphere looms in towards her. And I will spend a fear as the flame descends on Malgulver's position. You watch as the fireball, this conjuration of arcane magic, just seemingly shrinks and then puffs into nothingness. And Malgulver, like, you see, like, Griffin, as you peer and wonder what on earth has just happened, you see, like, Malgulver is covering her head, like, covering her face in a futile attempt to protect herself. The guards are on the floor, sprawled out. And in between the 3 of them is a little Palantir with a perfectly formed white marble orb that has just absorbed your spell. And Malgulver, like, pulls her hands away from her face and... "The mountain has blessed me," she says. Who's up next?
Tried.
Cass,
Just shout, shall we?
please get me up there. I'm
I
ready.
think I have enough hope. That's probably a good question to start with. Do I have enough hope?
It costs 3, so yes.
I do. Good. It's all my hope. I'm counting on you, new papa. I'll put out my hand.
Shall we?
Sorry, mate. I'll let you fireball someone else soon.
Yeah, one day you're allowed to set
Burn
someone on
someone
fire.
someday. besides
Other than
myself.
yourself, yeah.
Wait, hang on. I think we're on a 50-50 of who's taken damage from one of Griffin's fire spells, and 50% is Griffin.
Griffin. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but well, I'll give you the whole 80 minion fight, and you can just drop a fireball on them all.
To mow them down.
Okay, so Cass, you're grabbing Abe's hand.
Yep.
Okay, and if you, so what do we do for blink?
So that's I did just check and then I forgot completely. Make a spellcast roll.
Okay. So make a spellcast roll. If you want to chuck in an experience, by all means.
You don't need it.
Don't need it.
Tell you what. Well, the whole tag team bit. Begging pardon. What's Abe doing as part of this tag team? Are you both sort of like running, teleporting, and then speedy thing go in, speedy thing go out?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's like Abe just starts blindly like running, and I feel like Cass is just kind of like going in, grabbing his hand, and be like, "I can get you there quicker, mate. You don't have to scramble up a mountain."
Yeah.
Okay.
And just kind of like before he even knows it, he's just like that sort of gut wrenching, like, "What? What the hell?"
And you're planning on throwing hands when you arrive?
Absolutely.
Okay, if you roll me the attack roll, so we've got a 13 with fear, and obviously we'll just use these as our 2 rolls for the tag team.
Wait, what? Close. Is that my attack roll? Yeah.
A 14 with fear. So we'll take the, I presume, well, it's up to you whether you take the 13 with fear or 14 with fear.
Oh, we'll take the 14 with fear.
Okay, so so Georgia, if you move Cass to where you want to teleport to,
yeah,
and then
so
I'll
I
move.
can get within far range. So far range is
Pretty much the center of the.
yeah. So I'll grab you as far as I can go, and then you might have to run the rest of the way to Decker.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm scrolling. There we go.
Okay, in which case, Abe, you materialize alongside Cass. So, what does your blink out look like again exactly?
I think Cass kind of like runs alongside you, not a very fast runner, but like grabs hold of you as you're running towards this. I don't know what you'd call it.
Like a
little
island. Yeah.
Yeah, little island. And there's like this crackle of thunder in the air, and like this rumble, and a flash of small lightning. And in that flash, we teleport across the distance. And in another flash, we're right in front of her.
Okay. So as you successfully teleport through, so you rolled high enough for that. Abe, as you emerge, you've rolled. So we've collectively rolled a 14 with fear. Roll me some damage.
Yes.
And what are you swinging with?
But with my axe. So,
Okay.
with all reliable.
20 damage, eh?
20 damage, please. I'm gonna slice and dice her.
Okay.
I don't care that she's an old lady.
Abe.
Is she dead?
Talk me through this.
She's an old lady.
We should have known, guys. We should have
It's
known.
just an old lady. The whole time. Just mean.
I mean, I'm just gonna chop her head off. Clean off her shoulders.
Okay.
Surely this
If
will end
we-
the fight, gang.
Disintegrates into dust.
As the two of you appear with a flash of lightning, Abe, your arm muscles, like your biceps bulge as your arm extends, and with a effortless You know what I'm trying to say. With a single swing that is well practiced from all of that tree felling that you've spent your years doing. Oh, Livy's so excited we've lost her again. Malgulva's. Oh, we got Livy back. Yeah, we got Livy back.
Yeah.
Sorry, it just like went out. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Lady Vengeance. Effortlessness. Malgulva's just like pulled her hands away, and she's yelled out, "The mountain protects!" And then you've appeared, and the axe slices, and like her face still has this jubilant look of glee as it kind of soars away from her shoulders, and as it like as her head lands on the stonework on the stone cave floor, and like her body rocks for a moment, and like you see her arms just instinctively go to touch where her head is before the body rocks forward, and the face looks up to you, Abe, and there's like a moment of moment of confusion before it gives way to recognition, and then and you can see her trying to word something, but there are no lungs to give her words air. And her eyes just unfocus. And Malgulva lies dead.
Job done.
Abe just kind of turns to Cass and just...
And as you turn to Cass, you see the two other, like the Nay Rice defenders sort of like looking up and, "You've killed her!" One of the keepers shouts, and like, Abe, were you expecting more?
I thought she'd be, magically protected. Anything, I know that she's an old lady, but I thought, there'll be something going on with her.
Well, as you sort of like look down at her body, Cass, your attention's been grabbed by these two keepers that have just sort of like exclaimed, "Oh, what have you done?" And you suddenly, like, your head you suddenly get this kind of wave, this feeling of something like waving through your mind, like a sudden onset. You feel like you're on the Tidebreaker again, but the waves of the sea are instead sloshing through your mind, and you find your right leg, your right knee kind of buckles for a moment, and you stumble, and your attention turns to this plinth, this white marble orb sat on top of it, and as you peer at it, you feel like you can hear a voice that's not Abe's, and it's not yours. And you all, like, as you peer at it closer and closer, you don't know if it's this headache, but the space around you starts to go purple. And when you glance up to Abe for a moment, you recognize that look on Abe's face, that he's also seeing everything go purple. And those of you still at the cave entrance, you can see the interior of the cave has now become purple. And Cass, in your mind, and Abe, in your mind, and in Griffin, Gardy, and Cooper's minds, you hear a voice say, "Well, this is interesting, but I'm glad she's gone. Purple was always my colour." And we will call it there.
What?
But that was good. That was
great. I was concerned for a second we were going to have like a Galadriel instead of a Dark Lord, you would have a Queen moment with Cass Palantir. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Second, I was like, is it going to be Cass and Abe versus everyone else?
Crazy.
Maybe. Or just me and you against the world.
It's piece of cake.
Could be worse.
I don't fancy our chances if it is.
Congratulations. Congratulations, everyone, on completing episode 9. So, dun dun dun. Yes, very dun 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 indeed. We have done it. We are at the end of episode 9. Yeah, who would have thought that punking an old woman would be as much of a pushover as it was?
Do it again.
Yes, congratulations on completing episode 9. If you are interested in what's happening, if you haven't already, please give us a like. If you're watching us on YouTube and you haven't already, consider subscribing. And if you're on Twitch, consider following. If you're on either and you want to join in the speculation that I know Nate's going to be bringing to the table, you should join us in our Discord. Thank you to you, Lady Vengeance, for already joining. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. But yes, there is a lot to potentially discuss about this little cliffhanger. Yeah, if you want to see more like this, tune in next week for episode 10. So every Monday from 7:30 UK time. I got very
and we're back in it again.
And we're back in. Yes, 7:30 Mondays UK time. So currently GMT +1. If you would like to play Daggerheart but you have not got the rules for yourself yet, we have an affiliate link in the description. That will take you to Drive-Thru-RPG. We are an affiliate for them, and if you buy any of the rules from them, then we get a bit of a kickback, which is amazing and really, really helpful for the channel. And I looked and checked, and there's like over a dozen systems that we've run that are available on Drive-Thru-RPG. So fill your boots. We've spoken about Discord. We've spoken about the memberships. We haven't spoken about memberships. If you really like to help us out a bit more, we have memberships on YouTube and on Patreon. They give you access to a members-only section in the Discord, where there'll be a lot more kind of interactive stuff with myself and some of the others, including like Let's Plays, kind of sit-and chats, early access, all that sort of good stuff. So I can feel Nate's vibrant. If you're wondering why Nate is looking at me in such an endearing manner, consider watching other campaigns that we've done. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for chatting in chat. Thank you all for playing. We have been the Explorers of Elsewhere. You have been amazing. We will see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.